What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rise. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where I'm just getting right to it. The 2024 Alfa Romeo Giulia, Stelvio, and Tonale for Alfa Romeo USA. Well, everything has been released. All right, the specs, the overview, the fact sheet. I have it here for you today. Alfa Romeo USA sent it to me, said there was no embargo on it. So I just want to give you guys all the questions you're going to have about the 2024 lineup for Alfa Romeo, because we know that the Tonale will be new to the United States and that we will have the refreshed Giulia and Stelvio, which we're seeing the information here for today. That's 2024 for the USA. 2023 in Europe, you guys got everything early. Now in the USA, this is what we have. So I'm going to get right to it. I'm just going to show everything to you guys so you can see it right here. So here it is right off the back, the 2024 Giulia. All right, so updates include the limited edition 100th anniversary quadrifoglio and limited edition Competizione model. All right, so I just wanted to show that to you guys right off the bat. I'm not going to read every little single thing off to you guys because you probably aren't going to like me doing that. It's going to take forever. But you can see that they're celebrating the 100th year of the quadrifoglio. We talked about that, showed that. Only 100 globally, all right, and it features all the gold, accents, Alcantara, all that stuff, all right. The quadrifoglio is upgraded, limited sub differential, everything like that. And we also have here, based on the Veloce, the Competizione trim, everything that comes with as well, like the Moonlight Gray Matte paint and the option of red brake calipers, etc., etc. So make sure you guys read all of that stuff. We've gone over all this stuff in a video, which is kind of why I'm skipping over it. But here's the goodies. Down here, the pricing for the 2024 Alfa Romeo Giulia Competizione in America for the rear-wheel drive, $51,520, not including the $1,595 destination, and for the all-wheel drive, $53,020, not including the $1,590 destination. So keep that in mind. That's what you're going to be paying for the new Giulia Comp in the United States. Now, it doesn't look like we're going to have the quadrifoglio prices revealed just yet. All right, so we're waiting on that for the Giulia. But as you guys can see, 100th anniversary Giulia quadrifoglio, 100 units globally, available in Q2. We have the Competizione, and then we have the new LED adaptive matrix headlights, all right, and the new taillights smoked with glass, and the new taillights and smoked glass with glossy black finish, and a new V Scudetto grill insert. All new digital instrument panel with the historic binocular design for the vehicle display information, advanced ADAS functions, and the new Alpha Connect services. So that's your updates on the Giulia, the refreshed model. All right. We also have the new 12.3-inch TFT screen. All right. So, the new digital cluster there. You have 3 configurations: Evolved, Relaxed, and Heritage. So it explains everything here as far as what Evolved is, Relaxed is, and Heritage. Make sure you guys check that out. Zoom in, do what you need to do to make sure you guys can see that very well. Now, we also have the ADAS features, level 1 and level 2, and everything that comes with as well for the new Giulia for 2024. We have the upscaled interior with premium content. All right, so you see everything here. Anything noticeable? Well, I mean, not necessarily anything that you guys might not know already, but if you are new to the Alfa brand, here it is. So that's everything you're going to see as far as the center console, steering wheel designs, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that stuff, 50/50 weight distribution, leading performance and race-inspired features, the Alpha DNA selector, everything like that. So make sure you guys check that out as well, because that's a lot of performance features for Alfa Romeo. And the powertrain. We're used to this. We know what this powertrain is. 8-speed automatic. You guys know the quadrifoglio. Ferrari Divide 505 horsepower twin turbo V6, and best in class power to weight ratio. Giulia quadrifoglio, as far as it's carbon fiber hood, roof, spoiler, all that good stuff. So yeah, this is all that stuff for the Giulia as far as performance and powertrain. And then also the signature 19-inch bright 5-hole aluminum wheels. Now you have the standard convenience features: front and rear heated seats, navigation, wireless charging pad, auto dimming rear view mirror, air quality system, all that kind of stuff. All right, standard exterior features here. You have your standard interior features. Okay, Veloce is there. All right. I was getting nervous for a minute. Sprint and Veloce for the aluminum counter-mounted paddle shifters, dark headliner for the Sprint TI and Veloce, and aluminum sport pedals and footrests for the Sprint TI and Veloce. Then you have your available packages: premium interior sound package for the TI Veloce, Active Assist Plus for the TI Veloce, and you also get the red leather sport seats for the Sprint and Veloce. You can see all the ADAS up here too if you guys did not see that. Saddle brown leather seats for the TI. Okay, so for the TI, which is the luxury model, saddle brown is coming back. They took that away a couple years ago, and we haven't had it for at least 2 model years, I believe. So now Saddle Brown is back. That's going to be awesome. All right. Red leather sport seats for Veloce, 19-inch dark hole wheels from the Instruma, red Brembo brake calipers. There's 3 no charge metallic paints: Moonlight Gray Metallic, Volcano Black Metallic, and Vesuvio Gray Metallic. All right, so that's the performance driving package for the TI. All right, cool. And then you have the model lineup for 2024. 5 trims: Giulia Sprint, Giulia TI, Giulia Veloce, Giulia Competizione, and Giulia Quadrifoglio. You have your available exterior colors: Alpha White, Alpha Rosso, Mosano Blue Metallic, Moonlight Gray Metallic, Moonlight Gray Matte, or is it Competizione one, Rosso Etna, and Verde Montreal Tricoat with Vesuvio Gray Metallic and Volcano Black Metallic. All right, so you guys didn't know, Okra GT is gone, and Dodge actually got a format of that on the Hornet, but it's not the same exact paint, which is why it costs less too on the Hornet. But Okra GT no longer in the lineup for 2024, just to kind of keep you up to date on that. But we do got Moonlight Gray Matte, so the Competizione spec will get that. Available interior colors: black leather interior, saddle brown, which we just talked about, is back, red leather interior with sport seats, black leather interior with sport seats, and black leather interior with sparkle racing seats, exclusive to the Quadrifoglio. There we go, guys. That's the Giulia's fact sheet for 2024. There's more, though. Now we have the 2024 Alfa Romeo Giulia feature availability. So let me give you this chart because I need to let you know what it's all going to stand for. S equals standard, all right? O equals optional, and P equals part of package, with NA not available. The complete package information is listed at the end of the feature availability section. Note, some features and or applications may be late availability, so it might not be something you can get right away. So that's what these S's, NAs, and everything mean here. So just to show you guys, I'm going to kind of just go over this because it would get real redundant if I repeated all of this, but I want to show you guys so you can pause it, zoom in, screenshot it, do what you need to do in order to see everything that these come with: standard, optional, part of package, etc. So these are your engines and transmissions, all right? This is for the Giulia Sprint, Giulia TI, Giulia Veloce, Giulia Competizione, and Quadrifoglio at the very end here. This is your exterior: active aerodynamics, badges. This is also more exterior stuff like the grill, deck lid, everything there. The body, let's get that to a grill. The rear sport fascia, Quadrifoglio specific stuff. Colors, as we talked about. And it shows everything: standard, optional, etc. Now you got more exterior stuff like exhaust tips, hood, LED matrix lamps. As you guys can see, these LED lamps come standard across the board, all right? So that's good. All this stuff, where you see all these S's here, standard. So it's not an option for the new Tri-LED headlamps. It is standard all across the board. Same with the dark LED tail lamps. Mirrors, gloss black, carbon fiber. And you can see P here. That means for the Quadrifoglio, part of package, you get carbon fiber. Rocker panels, spoiler, carbon fiber. You can only get it on the Quadrifoglio. Again, you can see NA for not available for the other trims. Exterior roof here, exposed carbon fiber roof. That's an option on the Quadrifoglio. You cannot get any carbon fiber on the other trims. So you kind of see what we're reading here when it comes to all this stuff. Our tires here, the Pirelli P0 Corsas. Those are definitely for the Quadrifoglio. The wheels, 17 all the way up to 19 for the Giulia. DLO, gloss black, matte black. And then you have your wiper system here. Rain sensing wipers, all that standard across the board. Interior colors. So all the colors we talked about. Some you can get. So for the sport seats, it looks like you cannot get, obviously, sport seats in a Giulia TI. So that means you can't get black leather sport seats or the racing seats, stuff like that. So good thing to know. For the saddle brown leather, it's not available on the Sprint. It's not available on the Veloce. It's not available on the Competizione. Not available on the Quadrifoglio. Only way you can get saddle brown leather is if you get the Giulia TI. So the luxury model gets that. So that's just some things that kind of narrow it down to so you guys can see all this stuff. The trims here. Ambient lighting, standard across the map, climate control. As you see, Alfa gave me a lot of stuff, guys. Interior, you can see everything that comes with. Charging pad, the LED reading map, courtesy light, LED dome, instrument cluster, the speedo, obviously the 200 mile per hour primary speedo with quadrifolio badge is only going to be on the quadrifolio standard. All right, and also the new TFT screen, fully digital speedo, standard across the board. So again, there's no option to get the old analog dials. You have to get this standard across the board. The TAC, instrument panel, multimedia systems, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all this stuff is standard. All these S's, standard, standard, standard. Sorry, guys, I got a little sniffle going on. Interior for the 8.8-inch touchscreen. It's the same infotainment you're used to in the Giulias. It's not getting the same as the Tonale. USB outlets, 8-speaker audio system, Harman Kardon. You cannot get Harman Kardon on the Sprint, as you guys can see here. Part of the package on the TI and Veloce trims, on the Competizione standard, on the Giulia Quadrifolio standard. So a couple things to note. Seating. Make sure you check out these because you got Quadrifolio specific seating. 2 different versions. You got your sports seats and just your regular leather seats. Heated front seats, heated rear seats. Standard, standard, standard. Rear configuration for the seating, 40, 20, 40. That's how your seats will fold down in the trunk as well. Interior steering wheel there, 3-spoke design, quadrifolio specific. Manual tilt. The trunk. Acoustic windshield. There's a lot of stuff here, guys. Holy crap. Mechanical features here, active vehicle controls, the DNA mode selector. Race mode obviously is going on the quadrifolio. You also have your CDC system, chassis domain control, the braking system, Brembo brakes, high performance. So you can see exactly Brembo brakes come standard all across. But these Brembo brakes right here, this size here, or these sizes here, standard on the quadrifolio where you can't get them on the other models. Anodized calipers, red brake calipers, silver. So you can see where they come and where they will not go. So you can see you can only do anodized calipers on the quadrifolio model. Electrical for your battery, exhaust system, dual exhaust. Quadrifolio specific, electronically controlled active bypass valve, and the chrome accents. Rack and pinion for the steering. Wow, there's so much here. Suspension and tuning, sport tuning, shock absorbers. You can see everything that comes standard all across the board. A lot of this is standard. Safety and security. For your active blind spot or your ADAS and everything here comes standard. Some of this is part of package. Giulia Sprint misses out. The only one to miss out on active blind spot assist. More safety and security. A lot of stuff, man. And man, keep in mind, we got to do this for the Stelvio too. I'll be a little bit quicker with the Stelvio, then we'll spend a little bit more time on the Tonale. Man, yeah, this is tons of stuff. Alfa really hooked it up with everything laid out here. Packages and equipment groups. So Active Assist Plus package, you can see everything or every trim that this will come with. Again, Giulia Sprint misses out being the base model. You also have the premium interior and sound package. Not available on the Giulia Sprint. Not available on the Giulia Sprint. So again, they miss out. And you can see where you can part of the package, standard, and part of the package. And then I think that's it. All right. So we went through all of that. Hopefully I'm not making you dizzy right now. For the feature availability, I got one more thing for you for the Giulia. All right, and Giulia specifications for 2024. So this is a little bit more laid out like numbers-wise and listing a lot of stuff so you can see all the stuff as far as the displacement, bore, valve, turbocharger, fuel injection, the construction, fuel requirements. There's so much information here, guys. Again, a lot of stuff that you do not want to sit here and let me read for you guys. But if you're ever interested in exactly what you're getting with these cars, Alfa is not being shy. They are telling you every little single bit of information here they gave to me to share to you guys. Even showing your gear ratios here. And this is for the 8-speed automatic transmission here. Then you also see the quadrifolio ratios there. Transmission type, final drive ratio, the suspension, steering, brakes. Wow. The rotor sizes are here, caliper size and type. Brakes continued. Your dimensions and capacities. All right. So this is be good to know, right? You need to know the overall length, track for the rear, track for the front, overall width, not including mirrors, overall height, drag coefficient, fuel tank capacity, curb weight. See, for the Giulia rear-wheel drive, it's 3,500 pounds. All-wheel drive, 3,600 pounds. And for the Quadrifoglio, 3,820. Seating capacity, headroom, legroom, shoulder room, and interior volume, 95.4 cubic feet. There you guys go. If you need to know everything or anything about the Giulia for 2024, that's it. Now we need to roll over to the Stelvio. Let's take a quick break. All right, we're on to the Stelvio. I will be a lot quicker on this one because it's going to be a lot of the same for most things when it comes to the Giulia. There's a couple things I want to point out. Obviously, the measurements and cargo and wheels and stuff will be different for some things, but there's a couple things I want to point out. So again, we're going to get the Competizione and the Anniversary Quadrifoglio models. A little bit different for this one because you're getting like 21-inch wheels. All right, I mean, it's a little bit different for the trims. So yeah, in the price, $55,825 MSRP for the Competizione for 2024. That's not including the $1,595 destination. That's all-wheel drive only, so that's why there's one price there. All right, so keep that in mind. Again, late Q2 for the Competizione models. And then we also have the 100th anniversary Quadrifoglio models, 100 units globally. Again, that's probably not going to be like listed out there, like how many or the price, because chances are those are probably already sold. So we're not exactly sure how many are going where and, you know, when they will be arriving. So the digital instrument panel, everything like that, as far as our different modes for that instrument panel for the TFT screen, the same kind of driving assistance features here. The interior, same good stuff as when it comes down to the regular equipment that you would get. But again, make sure you guys pause this when you need to. Stelvio 2-liter, we know the performance of that. All right, same 280 horsepower, 306 pound-feet, just like the Giulia. 60 miles per hour, 5.4, 144 for the top speed. Quadrifoglio variant, 505 horsepower, 443 torque. Twin turbo V6, Ferrari derived, 3.6 0 to 60 and a top speed 176. Race mode, all that good stuff. I'm gonna try to go over this a little bit faster for you guys. A lot of things are the same. A couple of things are different. One thing I want to point out that's different. I'll get there in just a second, but make sure you guys are reading all this stuff. Same with the packages, the seats. See it there? Chocolate brown. All right. So the Giulia gets saddle brown back, and the Stelvio gets chocolate brown back. So we're back. All right. So tan and brown were two colors that were missing for the interior for a couple of years. I think 2021 was the last year they had them. Or, yeah, I think it's 2021. So now they're back in 2024. So, yes, we got that back. 21 dark hole wheels for the Estrema. Wow. So, we're getting the 2024 Estrema, which would be really cool to see. With that, I went right over that with the Giulia. So the models, the trim levels, Sprint, TI, Veloce, Competizione, and Quadrifoglio, just like the Giulia, and the same exact colors when it comes to the paints. All right, Moonlight Gray Matte, Moonlight Gray Metallic, Rosa Etna, Verde Montreal, Vesuvio Gray, Volcano Black, Alfa Rosso, Alfa White, Masano Blue, all that good stuff. So again, it's the same stuff you guys are used to. Chocolate brown, again, is back here. Quadrifoglio Sparkle Racing Seats, all that stuff. That's your fact sheet for the 2024. We got more. All right, feature availability. Just like the Giulia, everything that comes standard, optional, and part of package, NA means not available. All right, so I'm going to just kind of breeze through this. You guys will hear my voice a little bit, but again, this is a lot like the Giulia, so you know a lot of what this stuff is. Just kind of pause it to the specific part you want to necessarily see and you want to know about, so you guys can screenshot or, you know, kind of just get that in your mind, what you might want in your upcoming 2024 Stelvio. But I don't want to spend too much time on this because a lot of this you've seen before. I want to spend a little bit more time on a Tonale for people who don't know about that because it's new and we haven't seen a lot of that before here in the States yet. So we got to go over that in a little bit more detail. And since we already went over the Giulia, a lot of this is going to be the same when it comes to the Stelvio. And the Stelvio is different trim levels like the Sprint, TI, Veloce, Competizione, and Quadrifoglio. So I want you guys to pay attention to this, so you guys can just pause it where need be, so you don't spend too much time going over a lot of the same information. But again, have to show this off to you guys so you can be aware of what's going on in the new 2024 Stelvio refresh for these trim levels. All right, so hopefully you got everything here. We're coming towards the end, packaging equipment, and that's it. All right, let's get to the last part of the Stelvio 2024. All right, so specifications. Again, this is a breakdown, all dimensions, all the product information. It's everything that you need to know about the Stelvio when it comes to size. You know, I mean, as you guys can see, displacement here for the engine, availability, turbocharged fuel injection, construction, torque, red line, max engine speed, fuel requirement, all that good stuff. So I always tell you guys, premium fuel. All right, you got to believe me now because you can see it right here, straight from Alfa Romeo. I don't just say that just to make you spend more at the pump. Premium fuel for premium vehicles, right? All right. So again, make sure you guys just check out everything you got here, just in case you want to see the full breakdown of this car. I mean, it gives you your gearbox ratios for both the normal 2-liter and the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, transmission type, drive ratios for drive ratios, final drive ratios, front and rear for your suspension, active damping, your braking system, steering. You guys can all see it here, so I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, I kind of want to go over, let's see, yeah, so your dimensions and everything. This is important for the Stelvio because you want to make sure you have enough room if you're getting a SUV, right? So curb weight, you can see 3,900 for the rear-wheel drive, 4,007 for the all-wheel drive, and 4,300 for the Quadrifoglio variant. You can see the ground clearance as well for both the rear-wheel drive and all-wheel drive and the Quadrifoglio. And you can see the towing capacity. That's something that you don't get on the Giulia, which is, again, why I want to highlight it. 3,000 pounds, all right? You can see your maximum cargo, 56.5 cubic feet. I tell you guys that every time with those seats folded down, but without the seats folded, 18.5 cubic feet, 1,600 liters or 525 liters. So again, this gives you everything for the breakdown, wheelbase, length, width, all that good stuff, accommodations, and there you go. That's the Stelvio for 2024, guys. Now, hopefully you stuck around because we got to talk about the Tonale. Okay, so now for the Tonale, we have an overview, not a fact sheet. So this is presenting the Tonale for the U.S. market. Okay, again, we didn't get a 2023. It's a 2024 Alfa Romeo Tonale, as you guys see at the top here. Now, we've gone over this before. I know this is an introduction, but I've done these videos for you guys. Make sure you check them out if you don't know much about the Tonale. But if not, take a look at what we have here. Again, pause it, zoom in, screenshot, do what you need to do as pleased in order to get all the information. But big thing here is the U.S. market version is a PHEV only. So as you guys can see, state of the art plug-in hybrid PHEV electric vehicle technology. That also means that it is available for the $7,500 tax credit. Now I know you're wondering how. Well, it's not made in the U.S., but with some leasing incentives, it's actually a $7,500 tax credit if you lease the vehicle. So keep that in mind because we're going to talk about this. All right, so we have that PHEV Q4 all-wheel drive, the Alfa Romeo DNA, NFT technology, which is new for Alfa Romeo, blockchain technology there. All right, as you guys can see, it's all there. Now, another thing of note is Uconnect 5 is on this system in a 10.25-inch infotainment screen. Uconnect 5 is what you see in Maserati's MIA system, all right? So Uconnect 5 is in Stellantis Group's, newest or latest infotainment system. Now, when I say newest and latest, well, Uconnect 5 has probably been out about 2 years now, maybe 3. So it's newer, but it's not the, latest technology out there. This is what they have in their vehicle so far, but it's based on a 2-year-old, 3-year-old system. But the Stelvio and Giulia do not get Uconnect 5. The Tonale does. All right, so the Tonale does because in order for the Giorgio platform to get that system, they would need to redesign that center console, crash test it, and it would have cost a lot of money. All right, I've been told that. So here we are, Alpha Connect. You got global services, over-the-air updates, everything as far as the new infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that good stuff. You can customize a home screen, one-touch operation, Alexa home to car functionality, Alexa virtual assistant, all the stuff you guys know for Uconnect 5. Technology, you have all the things as far as your driving assistance right here in this area. All right. And then you have level 2 autonomy with traffic jam assist, frequent selective damping or FSD suspension. Because remember, we're not on the Giorgio platform anymore. We're on the PSA platform. And then 2024 Tonale will be available in Sprint, TI, and Veloce trim levels. All right. So going down here, this shows the design. It tells everything about the design of the vehicle as far as the wheelbase, length, width, height, all that good stuff. All right. So the, I guess, in-depth review and overview of the car. All right. So I'm kind of just going slowly over this, but again, we've kind of, regurgitated some of this stuff before in the actual debut videos. Now, this actually will let you know about your power. 285 best-in-class horsepower. Good thing to note, right? Now, with that said, it's because you get the PHEV variant. If you did not have the PHEV, it would not be 285 horsepower. You do have 30 miles or 48 kilometers of electric range. So that's really cool because if you want to just get in, get around town, within 30 miles, you can use that battery. And that's a 15.5 kilowatt lithium ion battery. All right. So you do have that as well. And with the 90 kilowatt electric motor, it produces 184 pound-feet of torque or 250 newton meters. So that's really cool as well. So let's talk about the dual power PHEV dynamic performance with maximum output from both the engine and electric motor. You have natural power management, which is automatic for everyday use, a balance of engine and electric motor without compromising performance or driving comfort. And then you have advanced efficiency, designed for pure electric operation, where the vehicle will run off the large battery with more than 30 miles, 49 kilometers of electric range. So for your drive modes there, if you want to use them, you can use them accordingly. Now, with advanced efficiency, it runs off of the battery there. So that's pretty much how you put it in electric mode. So if you're really trying to save, I definitely will put it in advanced efficiency. But we know the DNA system, and that's still here for the Tonale, which is good that doesn't go away. The Q4 all-wheel drive traction there. So just to remind you that we do have an all-wheel drive Q4 set up for the suspension and drivetrain. Now, you can see that this is software connectivity, talking about the NFT and blockchain and everything as far as the technology, software connectivity here as well with Uconnect 5 and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You also have the over-the-air update capabilities with Alpha Connect. You also have Alexa because the new infotainment system or Uconnect 5 is Alexa built in. You have Alpha Connect mobile app as well. So this is everything that, newer automakers are doing. Sorry, not newer automakers. Automakers are doing with newer vehicles is they're basically hooking them up to an app. Okay, it's the same with like Tesla, where you can do a lot with the cars with the apps. So make sure you check that out as well in your Tonale. Advanced driver assistance systems or ADAS. So everything here as far as the ADAS. Best-in-class driving dynamics. All right, so you have everything as far as what this does performance-wise. I know that there's some reservations because it's not what we're used to from Alfa being on a different platform. I know it's not the Giorgio, I get it, but this still could be something very special. We'll just have to wait and see once we get our hands on it. So I can't necessarily speak for it right now, but Alfa makes a good argument here with everything that it has given us. We're just going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait and see what it does. Now, you also have the models, TI, Sprint, Veloce, everything that you guys know there. No quadrifoglio variant yet. Maybe we'll get one. Maybe we won't. We'll have to see. And then the production, where it's built, obviously we know Pomigliano d'Arco plant, all right, in Italy, of course. And, Alfa Romeo, more kind of info about the brand, just the heritage and everything there. But that's the Tonale overview. We got more though. Oh yeah, we got a feature availability for the Tonale as well for 2024. So this is actually going to be very important because a lot of this stuff we knew for the Giulia and Stelvio, but not necessarily for the Tonale. So what you have standard in S, what you have optional in O, and what's part of the package in P, and then NA means not available. All right, so they might have some stuff here that might not be filled in all the way. It might be blank because it does say complete package information is listed at the end of the feature availability section. Note some features and or applications may be late availability. So we may see some stuff here, but it may not actually come into play until later on. All right. So engine and e-motor, you got stuff like that for the 1.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. There it is. It lets you know you get that on all 3 models there. Your transmission, 6-speed automatic, all 3 models, everything as far as that. Now, your aluminum paddle shifters, optional on the TI, standard on the Veloce, but the Sprint, you cannot get paddle shifters. That's good to know, all right? Also, something of note, the exterior colors, you're going to notice something a little different here. Actually, 2 specific things a little different. These are what you can get on the different models, right? All right, what's optional, what's standard, and, what's part of the package. There's nothing part of the package. It's either optional or standard. There's 2 new colors. Verde Fangio Metallic, which is Verde Montreal, but I'm not sure if it's a different shade, but it's going to be that same kind of green that you know for Verde Montreal. And Grigio Ascari Gray Metallic. All right, so these are new names, which means they could be new shades of the same paints we're used to. We know Grigio is a gray, but the Ascari part is definitely something different. We know Verde is green, but the Fangio part is something different. All right, these are not names that have been used in any of the other models or any of the other markets like in Europe or anywhere else. So these might be different shades. So I'll be definitely very interested to get these in front of you guys on camera and see how they look. But those are different colors, so keep that in mind. Your LED matrix lights, standard across the board. All your lighting, standard across the board, as you guys can see down here. But yeah, so then you have exterior, headlamp washers, LED rear fog lamps, all that stuff standard. Your mirrors, roof rails are all optional on each model. Something to keep in mind. Tires and wheels. So you go from 18 to 20-inch wheels. And you cannot on a Sprint get 18s or 20s. For the Sprint, it's either 18 standard or optional 19. So keep that in mind as well. And then the 18-inch wheel, you cannot get either the 18-inch wheels on the Veloce trim. They won't let you get an 18. It's either a 19 standard or the optional 20. Wiper system, everything there is standard. Colors for the interior, a little controversial because there's no Rosso, but the Dodge Hornet got Rosso. Yeah, the American-made Tonale that got red interior, but the Tonale does not have red interior. The colors are slim. Black leather, standard across the board. The Sprint interior black trim. You can get that, obviously, with the Sprint, all right? And then the genuine aluminum trim. Well, you can't get it with the Sprint, but you can get it with the TI Veloce. And then that's it. That's your interiors. Now, you got ambient lighting, all right, for all models standard. Really cool, right? You didn't have to pay for that, all right? Now, ambient lighting is actually the front footwells, the front and rear mat pockets, and the front door handles. So just in case you didn't know. Cargo area, all that stuff, cargo net and tie downs are all standard. Hands-free power lift gate. Can't get on the Sprint, but on the TI and Veloce. Climate control, automatic, all that. Yep. That's all standard here, guys. Wireless charging pad, standard across the board. Good to know. Your full TFT screen, your digital speedo, standard across the board, as you guys can see. And that's all configurable. Multimedia system, Alpha Connect with 3 years of service, standard. Sirius XM, 3 months subscription, standard. Uconnect 5, standard, obviously. Your media hub for armrest USB ports and auxiliary, all standard. And your USB outlets, front standard. USB outlets in the rear. Not standard on the Sprint, but it is standard on the TI and on the Veloce trims. All right. 6-speaker audio system, standard across the board. Power moonroof. All right, so that's something to know. On the Sprint, you cannot get a moonroof. On the TI, it's optional. On the Veloce, it's optional. So your moonroof is optional on those 2 trims. Seating, we got Alcantara 8-way driver's seat. You can only get that on the Veloce. Leather 8-way seat. You cannot get that on the Sprint. You can only get it on the TI and Veloce. And sport cloth, well, that's on the Sprint. Can't get it on the Veloce. Heated seats all across the board standard. Steering wheel, audio, cruise control, all that standard here. All right, big chunk standard. All right, mechanical, your DNA system standard. All this whole page standard. Brake system, electric park brake, drive line, Q4, all the stuff that you would think would be standard is standard. Let's see. Electrical, so you have your battery, everything in there, standard steering, suspension. All right, so your adaptive dual stage valve suspension system, you can only get on a Veloce. So that's a reason to get the Veloce for that dual stage system, just in case you want a little bit more out of the handling. All right. Safety and security. Every single thing here is standard. So that's good. It's standard all across the board. So you can see it all S's there. Really cool to know that you're just getting this stuff right out of the package. Door, wow, this whole section is standard too. More safety and security. All this is standard, guys. Make sure you look at this. See how well you can see it. Hoping I'm not covering it with my big dome there. All this is standard. All right. And one more for safety and security right there. Universal garage door opener, safety. And security there. Standard. Packages. So your packages. All right. Active Assist Plus. Level 2 ADAS, intelligent speed control, traffic sound recognition, 360-degree cameras, park assist, and front park sense. Now, you cannot get that on the Sprint. You can get it on the TI. Comes with the package. Comes with the Tonale as a package. Or sorry, the Veloce as a package. So TI and Veloce comes with the package. Whoa. High performance driving package. You can also not get this on the Sprint. This is aluminum steering column mounted paddle shifters, aluminum foot pedals, Brembo 4-piston brakes, monoblock brakes with white Alfa Romeo script. Comes with the package on the TI. That's it. You can't get it on the Sprint or Veloce. In the premium interior package, leather interior and vented front seats. You cannot get this on the Sprint. Comes with the package on the TI and Veloce. And premium interior and sound package, leather interior, vented front seats, driver seat memory, and 12-speaker Harman Kardon premium audio system. Again, you cannot get on a Sprint. You can get as the package on the TI and Veloce. So they come in that package like that. And that is it for feature availability. One more thing for you guys. Last but not least, we got specifications. All right. So again, this is breaking down piece by piece the Tonale here. As you guys can see, the dimensions, the product information, everything there. So you can see the engine, number of seats, drive type. Wow, can't talk. Chassis, unibody. See the fuel type, gasoline hybrid, emission standard, horsepower, torque. All right. So you see 285, 347. Gearbox there, forward gears, e-motor position there, e-motor horsepower. We talked about all this though. Battery weight and cooling, chemistry, capacity, electric range, more than 30 miles. Total range, 320 miles for the range. Combined cycle to be announced and city highway to be announced. I mean, obviously they haven't put this out there on the road, so far. So, I mean, it's just to be announced at the moment. Performance, top speed, 125 miles per hour and 0 to 60 in less than 6 seconds. Good to know. You got your length, width, height, wheelbase, trunk volume. All right, so this is good to know. 22.9 cubic feet or 648 liters. With the seats up, 50.5 cubic feet or 1,430 liters with the seats down. You got your ground clearance at 5.6 inches, 141 millimeters. Fuel tank capacity is 11.2 gallons or 42 liters. And you got all your headroom, legroom, thigh room, ground clearance, all that good stuff. Curb weight, 4,133 pounds, 1,875 kilograms. Payload, 1,197, 543 kilograms. Towing capacity, 2,000 pounds, 907 kilograms. And then your front and rear brakes, NA, Brembo calipers, the front and rear sizes. And then your suspension, McPherson struts, your steering, electric, ratio, turn and lock, turning cycle, and that's it. We made it through, guys. Hopefully you stuck with me this whole time. There's a lot of information that I didn't even read. I just was allowing you to grasp it all in as you got it. Really cool for Alfa Romeo USA to share this with me, to share with you guys, because now if you got any questions, they're all here. All questions have been answered for the most part. Obviously, we don't know every little single detail, like the to be announced kind of stuff, you know, like right here with the combined cycle and stuff like that. We don't know the prices of the Quadrifoglio Anniversario editions, but you know, again, those are probably already bought with only 100 being worldwide. We've already announced prices for the Tonale, and we know the prices for the Giulia and Stelvio. So like we got all the stuff that we needed. Now we just got to get out here and get these cars moving for the U.S., get that market up for the U.S., get everybody excited about these cars again. So hopefully going over these details have done just that. I won't keep you guys any longer, but if you guys did enjoy the video, please, please, please give this a big thumbs up. Giving this video a like will help get it up in the rankings. More people can see it, and we can have a bigger discussion on the 2024 Alfa Romeo Giulia, Stelvio, and Tonale specifications revealed. All right, now with that said, if you guys want to help further support the channel, always check the links down in the description below. I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, my Venmo, and my Patreon, just in case you guys want to donate an extra $1 or $2 to the channel. Guys, I appreciate that love. It helps the channel keep going. Thank you so much. You guys can also check out the Ron's Rise merch and the social media links down in the description below. Now, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, but click the notification bell so you don't miss one video. And with that said, you guys be blessed. Have a great day. And we'll talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.